One question you really need to sit down and ask yourself is, especially when you are actively walking with God and you actively seeking God and actively, you're just after God. You got a heart for God now. Like, you don't want to live the way that you used to. One question that you have to ask yourself when you come into spaces of getting to know people, especially like in a dating or courting phase, is, or even friendships. I can even go there. Even friendships is, I know they might be good for my flesh, but are they good for my spirit? And the reason why I think that's important to ask yourself that question is simply because it's easy to come into agreement with things of the flesh, because we know the flesh satisfies everything that's not satisfactory towards your spirit. And the reason why that question is very important for you to be able to answer for yourself is because you need to be able to have some discernment or be able to decipher what's good for the flesh and what's good for the spirit. And if you are dealing with an individual who constantly pulls you and draws you further away from God, then you know that that person is no good for your spirit, right? The Bible says in Amos, I think it's 2 and 3, can two or more walk together unless they agree. So if our spirits don't agree or they don't align, but our flesh does, then that means we cannot actively walk together or carry out an assignment of relationship or friendship, because although our flesh might come into agreement with certain things, our spirit don't align. So that means that at some point this relationship is going to be severed, because I know for a fact that my spirit is not well here. So I think that's always something that, just to think about and something to take into consideration is, I know you might be good for my flesh, but are you good for my spirit?